Hello everyone, this is Bill from Cato Networks, and today we're going to talk about firewall as a service. Most everyone in networking and cybersecurity knows what a firewall is, but for those who aren't aware, it does bear some explaining. A firewall is a device that monitors and secures incoming and outgoing network traffic based upon a defined set of policies. They provide a barrier between internal trusted networks and outside untrusted networks such as the internet. These devices have been used as a primary network security control for multiple decades, traditionally as software running on a server or a user device, or that same software running on a dedicated hardware appliance. So, what is firewall as a service? Well, simply stated, it's all the functionality of a firewall hosted from the cloud. A user, a branch site, or even a data center privately and securely connects to the firewall as a service directly over the internet, and all network traffic is examined just as if a legacy firewall appliance were in the path. The intent of firewall as a service is to replace what are often many firewall appliances dispersed across operational locations. Now, this approach brings many benefits over traditional hardware firewall appliances, and one of the most desirable is elastic performance as traffic needs dictate. You see, traditional appliance-based firewalls are entirely dependent upon the underlying hardware. If security inspection needs ever increase significantly, the underlying hardware may not be able to keep up, as opposed to the cloud-based nature of firewall as a service, which benefits from the scalable nature of cloud infrastructure. Now, this also has financial ramifications. Capital expenditure for hardware can be severely inflated simply due to trying to plan for capacity to serve the peaks and the surges in network activity. Now, firewall as a service also removes the burden of continually updating and patching the firewall software from internal IT teams. The service provider ensures these updates as part of the service, allowing internal IT resources to focus more on advanced threat hunting and identification, as well as developing robust security policies. So, where is firewall as a service particularly useful? Well, the answer to that encompasses multiple use cases. It may be that an organization has a smaller cybersecurity team who doesn't want to be bogged down in managing and updating multiple legacy hardware appliances, especially if they're geographically dispersed. Or it could be an organization with unpredictable network traffic characteristics that necessitates a solution that can elastically scale as need dictates. Perhaps there's business concerns that necessitate a reduction in capital expenditure and depreciation in favor of an operational expense model. These are just a few of the most common reasons that firewall as a service has proven so useful. So let's wrap up with the important question. What should one look for in a firewall as a service? Now, we've already talked about the importance of elasticity, but we cannot lose sight of the fact that redundancy is key. Firewall as a service must support rapid failover in the event of an infrastructure outage. And as well, the service must have a track record of frequent, secure, and value-added updates. The nature of cybersecurity threats is constantly evolving, and so must the security posture of the firewall service. At Cato Networks, we believe that firewall as a service should not be complex to configure and cannot operate in a vacuum. Easy implementation of policies that naturally follows the language of business and security is a hallmark of our solution. We believe that it's simply not enough to provide firewall as a service that has to pass security inspection tasks to multiple distinct engines dispersed in the cloud. This just introduces latency, and it loses valuable security context at each hop. This is the reason that all security inspection tasks, from firewall decisions, intrusion prevention analysis, malware and zero-day examination, DNS inspection, and many other protections all take place in a single pass with shared security context. And all of this is easily defined and managed from a single Cato management interface that requires no integrations to orchestrate multitudes of firewalls, even on a global basis. This is true firewall as a service. I hope this information was useful to you today, and I thank you for watching.